You're tuned into the report, and the team has made its choice with the 11th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. They've selected an edge rusher from Georgia. This pick carries significance for several reasons. Leading up to the draft, there was an expectation that this player would be among the top 6 prospects the team might consider, especially given recent comments from the general manager. He had emphasized the need for a defender who could stop the run, pressure the quarterback, collapse the pocket, and hold his ground against the rush. This athlete possesses the potential, skill set, and capabilities to meet those criteria. Personally, I might have leaned toward his college teammate from Georgia, mainly because of his build and versatility. That player can operate as an edge rusher in obvious passing situations, target the quarterback, drop into coverage, and even line up as a linebacker. However, the team opted for a pure edge rusher with immense upside at the professional level. Only 20 years old, he's part of an impressive pipeline of Georgia defenders who have gone early in recent drafts, many of whom have developed in a top-tier NFL talent. He has the chance to become a standout player over time. While he needs to refine his pass-rushing technique and expand his repertoire of moves, his combination of height and speed is extremely intriguing. At 6'5" and 267 pounds, one concern scouts raised was his limited production last season, where he recorded only 5 sacks. It's important to note, though, that during the 2024 season, he dealt with a left ankle injury that impacted his performance. When analyzing the scouting reports, it's clear he has the tools to make splash plays. He shows impressive range and is a strong run stopper with powerful bull rush ability. His physical traits are undeniable, but there remains the question of whether his pass rush productivity will improve. As previously mentioned, he lacks refined pass rush techniques and sometimes tends to simply crash into blockers. That's why it will be essential for the coaching staff to focus on developing this player, working closely with him to sharpen his tools. It's also vital that veteran players help guide his growth. Although the coaching staff has faced criticism regarding player development, one highly respected coach, often considered among the league's best, is likely excited to work with a prospect of this caliber. When reflecting on his pass-rushing output, it's curious to see that a player with such rare physical attributes, 6'5", 260-plus pounds, long arms, big hands, and a 4.77-second 40-yard dash, managed only 4.5 sacks in his first 2 years and 5 in his third. This presents a bit of a challenge for the franchise, especially considering their track record of less successful first-round defensive selections. Still, the logic behind this pick becomes clear when factoring in his professional-grade traits. Impressive length, raw strength, and the ability to drive blockers back and maneuver through tight spaces. Early in his career, his bull rush might serve him well, but he'll need to add more polished techniques, as NFL offensive tackles will quickly adjust to his current strategy. At the start of his professional career, he showed an impressive blend of power and agility, often out-muscling opponents with ease. I believe he'll succeed through his sheer physicality, but it's crucial for him to develop more sophisticated methods when attacking the quarterback. Rival blockers will soon pick up on his over-reliance on basic power moves. He demonstrates a solid defensive base and effectively uses rip and pull techniques in his engagements. He's a high-intensity player, never hesitating to explode off the line when faced with a blocker. He also displays flexibility and quickness, using long strides to maneuver around offensive linemen with ease. Many observers will note the influence of one of the sport's all-time great defenders in his style. Known for his speed and technique, this role model enabled him to close in on quarterbacks swiftly when the opportunity presented itself. Given the team's wide defensive scheme, if he gains more acceleration and momentum off the edge, he'll certainly use his strength, size, and agility to stand out as a rising star in the league. He served as a team captain in 4 games during the 2024 season and received praise from his head coach for his on-field versatility. Yet, what truly stands out is his value as a locker room leader. The organization places great emphasis on players who lead effectively and integrate well into the team culture. Selecting this player shows how impactful he can be in the defensive system designed by the head coach, renowned for his strategic brilliance. This pick has received high internal grades, and feedback on his performance is welcome in ongoing discussions. While he does have some limitations, like the lack of a consistent pressure plan or diverse attack techniques, his individual traits still shine. To reach his ceiling, he'll need to build a more cohesive approach to rushing the passer. His reach, power, explosiveness, and commendable football character are indicators of high upside. Mike Williams is seen as more of an athlete than a technician, which means he'll need to refine his pass rushing craft. His individual attributes, length, strength, burst, promising stamina, and strong dedication to football, offer plenty of reasons to believe in his potential. Interestingly, he shares similarities with a past NFL success story and projects as a future starter at edge rusher. His modest production during his time at Georgia is puzzling and doesn't quite match his athletic traits. He was part of a large defensive rotation, averaging 33.5 defensive snaps per game in 2024, 29.3 in 2023, and 27.1 in 2022. With increased on-field opportunities, his production could improve significantly. Given that he averaged 33.5 defensive snaps per game last season, his stat line was respectable: 21 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, and 26 pressures. He was a 2-year starter at a premier football program, playing as a jack edge rusher under a prominent coach. Evaluators ranked him as a late first or early second-round pick, placing him 21st on some boards. But his athletic makeup elevated him into the 11th spot, justifying the bet on elite traits. One major concern for the team is the current weakness along their defensive line. If this group remains unchanged entering Week 1, it could rank among the league's bottom 5 units. That's why Mike Williams has a legitimate opportunity to start immediately, potentially lining up next to a standout veteran, ahead of other prospects at his position. There are other players on this defensive front, but the unit is unlikely to withstand the full rigors of an NFL season. That reinforces the logic of drafting Mike Williams at 11th overall. There's also a possibility the team will look to draft a defensive tackle in the second round, given the urgent need for reinforcements in that area. It's also important to note that Mike Williams missed 2 games last season and was limited in others due to a grade 2 sprain in his left ankle that lingered throughout the 2024 season. For a player of his size, W. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The San Francisco 49ers have long been known for their aggressive and strategic moves in the NFL, always striving to maintain their position as one of the league's most dominant teams. Recently, the city of San Francisco has been buzzing with excitement as rumors began swirling that one of the NFL's most feared running backs, Derrick Henry, could soon be joining the 49ers. Henry, a powerhouse on the field for the Tennessee Titans, has established himself as one of the most formidable players in the league. Known for his rare combination of size, speed, and power, he has been the centerpiece of the Titans' offense for years, earning multiple Pro Bowl selections and securing the NFL Offensive Player of the Year award in 2020. His ability to bulldoze through defenders has made him a nightmare for defensive coordinators across the league, and the thought of him joining the 49ers has fans salivating. According to multiple reports, Henry arrived in San Francisco for a series of medical tests, sparking intense speculation that the 49ers may be looking to add him to their already potent roster. The 49ers running game, led by Elijah Mitchell and Christian McCaffrey, has been one of the most effective in the NFL, but the addition of a player of Henry's caliber could elevate their offense to another level. With McCaffrey's versatility and Henry's raw power, the 49ers could field a backfield that would be the envy of the league. The move, while still in its early stages, comes at a time when the 49ers are looking to bolster their roster ahead of the upcoming season. San Francisco has made it clear that they are all in on securing a championship, and adding Henry to their lineup could be the missing piece in their pursuit of an elusive Super Bowl title. What makes this news even more intriguing is the fact that Henry has been the subject of trade rumors for some time now. With the Titans seemingly entering a rebuilding phase, they could be open to moving their star running back for the right price. The 49ers, with their deep roster and ample cap space, could be in a prime position to make an offer that the Titans can't refuse. For 49ers fans, the idea of Derrick Henry wearing the red and gold is nothing short of a dream scenario. With the team already boasting one of the league's top defenses and a young, dynamic offense, the addition of a player like Henry could push the 49ers to the top of the NFC and make them serious contenders for the Super Bowl. As the medical tests continue, the excitement surrounding the potential acquisition of Derrick Henry only grows. San Francisco is in full-on win-now mode, and adding a player of Henry's caliber would be a massive statement to the rest of the league. Stay tuned, as this story is far from over, and the 49ers' pursuit of Derrick Henry could very well change the course of the upcoming NFL season. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.